feast, Your Highness. Home is in sight.
After my journeys, this is indeed an incomparable pleasure. It's been a year since I was last home, and I've experienced many battles and rescues while at school. However, these stories I must save, as I am thirsty for my day's travels.
There's a cottage ahead, Your Highness. Let us quench your thirst there.
Sir, what do you suppose that's all about? You don't suppose we've reached from our journey?
Baths have been far between.
A people travel city, Your Highness.
A lovely face to gaze back at nonetheless. Excuse me, young lady, we desire only a taste of water from your well.
I am not allowed out, kind sir. My stepmother would be most displeased.
Well, surely not if you only tread between us and the well.
Here you are.
What is your name, sweet girl?
I am called Cinderella.
Why are you called so oddly?
I work among the cinders most of the day, and when my day is over, I return to sleep closely with the fire.
But, where does the rest of your family sleep?
My stepmother and stepsister sleep in their own cozy rooms.
And what of your father? Where does he sleep?
He sleeps among the stars.
We thank you for your kindness, miss. Sir, you mean to tell me that in all your time away, you've yet to find a girl to marry? Can books possibly be that interesting?
I have yet to find my true love, but when she appears, I will know.
So tell me, have you found a suitable girl yet?
His sole purpose in going to school is not to find a girl to marry.
But he must marry and produce an heir.
But shouldn't I fall in love first?
No, we can't risk it. Who knows what might happen if we wait for you to fall in love.
Steward, bring me the herald.
Yes, Your Majesty!
The prince is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball!
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, Windermere, Vladimir, Karl Alexander, Francois Reginald, Lancelot Herman, Gregory James is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
My God is looking dreamy-eyed.
The prince is giving a ball. He wants to find a bride. If only he proposed to me. I pray that he proposed to me. Why shouldn't he propose to me? I wish I hadn't married only in your little diaphragm. Oh, where a gown of satin and me, I'm in a pink bouquet. And me, I'm in the second grade. The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball.
His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, son of Her Majesty Queen Constantina, Charlotte Herod, Queen of Maisie, Margaret Anne is giving a ball.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. I wish I didn't like to eat. I wish I were demure and sweet. I wish I were
fluttering up the street. Honestly, Cinderella, stop dawdling. We haven't got all day. Along, girls! Honestly, Cinderella, what do you think you're doing? Come along! Stop dawdling, girls! Along, Cinderella! Honestly. Cinderella, the door.
Cinderella, close the window.
Cinderella, my chair. Cinderella, close the window.
Cinderella, my chair.
Cinderella, close the window.
Cinderella, my chair.
Cinderella, make us some tea, honey. Cinderella, iron my dress. I'll need it. Cinderella, lay out my new gown for this evening.
Cinderella, wash my gloves for tomorrow.
It's freezing. Cinderella, poke the fire.
Cinderella, close the window.
Really, Cinderella? Really?
It's freezing.
Close the window.
Close the window.
Close the window, Cinderella. Now, my daughters, I want to talk to you. Well, not you. I want to talk to my real daughters. Yes, ma'am.
That girl always wants to sit down. No wonder she never gets anything done.
Now, Joy.
Yes, ma'am.
And Portia.
Yes, ma'am.
As you well know, my little Muppets, this may be the most important year of your lives. The prince has returned from his studies abroad, and this ball that's being given in his honor is for one purpose only.
They want him to choose a bride.
Every girl in the kingdom wants to marry the prince, including you, Portia.
Uh-huh.
And you, Joy.
Uh-huh.
On our shopping tour today, I bought you the most beautiful materials and all the frills and frou-frou my purse could afford. So whether or not you marry the prince, you'll both have to marry somebody this year.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, there's one thing you must remember. When you want to marry a man, you can't rely on your beauty alone. Now, Portia, you are named for a great lawyer.
Uh-huh.
I want you to show off your intellect as well as your beauty. Do you understand?
Naturally.
And Joy, I want you to live up to your name. I want you to be vivacious and alert as well as beautiful.
Uh-huh.
That does not mean, however, that I want you to neglect your appearance. Our family has always been noted for its fascinating women. So now let's all go upstairs and get our beauty sleep. I'm exhausted from all that shopping. Tomorrow I'm going to have to get a good massage. That's the only thing that does me any good. A good massage.
I'm all tired out too, Ma, going from store to store the way we did.
You're tired.
Yes, I'm tired.
I suppose you think you're the only one that's tired.
Well, who bought the most?
It has nothing to do with
That has everything to do with it.
Go to bed,
Stop
both
it.
of you.
Mom.
That's right, don't raise your voices. Well, you, don't stand there gaping at me. Tidy up those tea things.
Yes, ma'am. I wonder why they're all so tired. Looking at all those beautiful things and buying so many of them. I was too excited to be tired. I love this room. When they've all got out and there's nobody but me.
Cinderella, stop jumping around down there like an elephant. We can't sleep for the rest.
I was just going to my room anyway. I love sitting down right here. I'm as mild and as meek as a mouse. When I hear a command, I obey. But I know of a spot in my house where no one can stand in my way. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wing of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I'm a young Norwegian princess or a milkmaid. I'm the greatest prima donna in the land. I'm an heiress who has always had her silk made by her own flock of silkworms in Japan. I'm a girl, men go mad for love's a game. I can play with a cool and confident kind of air. Just as long as I stay in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. I can be whatever I want to be. I'm a slave in Calcutta, I'm a queen in Peru, I'm a mermaid dancing upon the sea. I'm a huntress on an African safari. It's a dangerous type of sport, but yet it's fun. In the night I sally forth to seek my quarry, and I find I forget to bring my gun. I am lost in the jungle all alone and unknown. When I meet a lioness in her lair, then I'm glad to be back in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair.
The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. The prince is giving a ball. His Royal Highness Christopher Rupert, Windermere Vladimir, Carl Alexander, Francois Reginald.
The prince is giving a ball. You got us into this.
We had to do something to celebrate the 21st birthday of our son. His Royal Highness
Maisie.
Christopher Rupert,
Maisie.
Windermere Vladimir.
Maisie! I know all of his names. I'm his father.
And a fine father you are.
What do you mean? A fine father you are.
I mean, you never worry about him.
Why should I worry about him?
Because he isn't happy.
How do you know?
He doesn't have any interest in anything. Or anyone.
Oh, he's happy, all right.
If he's happy, why doesn't he get married?
If he's happy, why should he get married?
Look at your pants.
How could I have gained so much weight in 5 years?
Because that's all you've done for 5 years. Gained weight. You haven't worn a court costume because we haven't given a ball for 5 years. You've done nothing to give your subjects any fun. Not a festival, not a fair, not a pageant. You've done nothing to make your people love you.
Oh, but they love me anyways. Don't they? Oh.
The Earl Taylor will have to make you another suit.
Oh, that'll cost money.
Don't start to worry about what you're going to pay the tailor. Wait till you see what this ball is going to cost.
Maisie! This is no time to splurge. The ex-shark is very low now, and I can't afford
I have the chef and the steward waiting outside to report their plans for the dinner.
The dinner?
Certainly. You can't give a ball without a dinner.
Well, don't have them
Come
in
in,
here.
gentlemen.
Your Majesties,
Your Majesties.
a list of the bare necessities.
A list of the bare necessities for what?
For 1,700 guests.
That seems a lot. Don't have any king crab.
Oh, very well, Your Majesty.
I don't like how it sounds, king crab. Sounds like a comment on my disposition.
1,000 baby lobsters for the salad.
Wow!
And 500 pheasants for the pie. 1,000 pounds of caviar.
1,000.
Hush.
That's more than the sturgeon can supply.
I told the steward to get us 40 acres of lettuce and 600 suckling pigs for roasting.
What about the marshmallows?
Who wants marshmallows?
I do.
Why?
For toasting.
Now, if you please, Your Majesties, I have a list of wine, the best of all the vintages from every nation's vine.
I want the one of my country.
Hush, hush, hush.
Sherry and port and muscatel, Kibble and eau de vie, dry champagne and sweet moselle, Burgundy and Chablis, aquavit and Liefermilch, Hocker chocolate malted milk, brandy, drambuie and vodka, white and crystal clear.
I want the one of my country, I want the one of my country, I want the one of my country. The one of my country is beer.
Obviously.
I wake in the loneliness of sunrise, when the deep purple heaven turns blue, and start to pray as I pray each day that I'll hear some word from you. I lie in the loneliness of evening, looking out on a silver flake sea, and ask the moon, oh, how soon will my love appear to me? I ask the moon, oh, how soon will my love appear to me? Will my love appear to me? Hello, Father.
Oh! Oh, my boy. How are you?
I'm fine, Father.
I thought you were going for a ride.
I am, sir. The groom is bringing my horse around at 3 o'clock.
Ah, Christopher. I've been meaning to talk to you. How are you feeling?
Fine, Father.
You're not unhappy, are you?
Why, no, Father.
Ah, that's fine.
It seems to me, sir, that you look a little tired.
I am, when I think of that darn ball. You know that ball you're given with my money?
Yes, that. Well, to tell you the truth, sir, it's not a night I'm looking forward to either. Dancing with all those candidates?
Candidates?
Yes, every simpering girl in the kingdom, each one determined to prove to me that she would make the perfect princess.
Know how you feel, my boy. More fun to chase one girl than be stampeded by a whole herd of them.
Well, one thing's for certain. Whoever I marry, it won't be anyone I meet at the ball.
I know how you feel, but there's one thing we mustn't forget. Your mother, she has her heart set on this affair. If you talk to her, don't let her know how you feel. You could think that you love the idea of the ball. Maisie! Hi! We were just, Christopher and I, we were, well, just going to, and
I was just telling Father how much I'm looking forward to the ball. It sounds wonderful.
Does it?
Yes, and I was wondering if I could help you out at all. I mean, in any of the preparations?
Well, yes, dear, maybe you can.
Well, I must be off.
Got the sniffles? Getting a cold. Better take something for it. Don't want to have a red nose at the ball.
I'll be over it by then.
The boy isn't unhappy.
But how do you know?
Well, I asked him. He said he's feeling fine.
Did he?
Yep.
You know something?
What?
I love you.
Well, naturally you do. I'm the king.
Nothing to do with it.
Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the skies. They love just as we love, with the same dream in their eyes. Songs and kings and many things have their day and are gone, but boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on.
They walk on every village street. They walk in lanes where branches meet, and stars send down the blessings from the moon.
They go through storms of doubt and fear, and so they go from year to year, believing in each other as we do.
Bravely marching forward two by two. Boys and girls like you and me walk beneath the sky. They love just as we love,
With the same dream in their eyes,
songs and kings and many things have their day and are gone, but boys and girls like you and me, we go on and on.
Hear ye all. A royal proclamation. A holiday is hereby proclaimed.
Let every bank be closed.
Let every shop be closed.
Let every school be closed. Today is the day of the ball.
A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. In dreams you will lose your heartaches. What
dreams, and someday your rainbow will come smiling through. No matter how your heart is grieving, if you keep on believing, the dream that you wish will come true.
Joy and Portia, are my daughters ready to bewitch and bedazzle the prince with their intelligence and charm?
Yes, Mother, I'm ready. No, I'm ready. Look, how can you say you're ready? I don't understand.
You
My
can't
dress.
say
I'm
you're
so
ready.
glad
I
you're
spent
ready.
all day on my
If
hair. What do you mean
don't
I'm not
settle,
ready?
neither of you
Your
going to
feathers
if you don't
look
stop
like
it
a
right
ribbon.
now. If you are so ready, what do you intend to say upon meeting the prince? You aren't even going. What right have you to even consider meeting the prince? Well, girls, what do you say?
How do you do? Tut, tut. Looks like rain.
It needs work, girls, and we're late. It would behoove you to practice.
Behoove. Does the prince like horses?
Cinderella, my gloves.
Cinderella, more curls.
Cinderella, more ribbons. Cinderella's no help at all. A very disorganized girl.
Ma, no brains. When you haven't got it, you haven't got it. And Cinderella hasn't got it. Cinderella, my fan.
Cinderella, my spectacles.
Cinderella, my purse. Cinderella, my handkerchief.
Oh, the carriage is here. You all look so beautiful.
Yes, don't we?
Cinderella, the flowers. Come along, girls.
Time. Bye. In my own little corner, in my own little chair, I can be whatever I want to be. On the wing of my fancy, I can fly anywhere, and the world will open its arms to me. I am in the royal palace of all places. I am chatting with the prince and king and queen, and the color of my two stepsisters' faces is a queer sort of sour apple green. I am coy and flirtatious when alone with the prince. Oh, your highness, you shouldn't say such things. I'm the belle of the ball in my own little corner, all alone in my own little chair. Oh, I wish.
Folly-roll and fiddly-dee, fiddly-faddly faddle. All the wishes in all the world are poppycock and twaddle.
Oh, godmother, I'm so glad to see you.
I thought you might be lonely, and I knew what you'd be doing.
What?
I just knew I would find you in that same little chair, in the pale pink mist of some foolish dream.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Folly-roll and fiddly-dee, fiddly-faddly foodle. All the dreamers in all the world are dizzy in the noodle.
What do you suppose every girl is doing tonight? I mean, every girl who isn't going to the ball. She's wishing and dreaming that she was really there.
But why aren't you really there?
Well, my stepmother. Someone has to mind the house.
Do you know what I would do if I were you? I would leave them. Cinderella, I would just up and get out of that house. They make you work harder than a servant. If you wanted to be a servant, you could go somewhere else and be paid.
What? Leave my stepmother? Oh, I don't think if my father were alive he would like that. Do you think so?
Aren't you going to offer me some tea?
Oh, forgive me, godmother. I'll just light the fire. But it was out. And the kettle's hot. It's most curious. Flowers? But I'm sure you brought them, didn't you?
I thought they'd brighten this room. Cinderella, your water's boiling.
Oh, please sit down. I'll have this for you in a minute.
Thank you.
You know, I'm awfully glad you happened to come by tonight. I was getting very lonely.
I thought you might be.
Godmother, do dreams never come true?
Oh, I wouldn't say never, just seldom.
That's not very often, is it?
Not very often is precisely what seldom means. You're a nice godchild, but you ask very foolish questions.
I wish you believed in wonderful things. I wish you believed that sometimes something marvelous and magical could happen.
Well, I can't say that I don't believe that once in a while something marvelous and magical can't happen.
Well, for instance, do you believe in guardian angels?
Well, I can't say I don't believe in them. Only thing is, it's dangerous to believe too much in good fairies and guardian angels.
Why?
Oh, you get to lean on them too much. You get into the habit of just sitting back and expecting them to do all of the work for you. You've got to help yourself, you know.
I know. I think about it a lot. But then, I don't know what to do. I just end up wishing and dreaming. I guess that doesn't do any good at all.
Well, I can't say that it doesn't do any good at all. As a matter of fact, everything starts with a wish. Nothing happens without wishing.
Did you know what I was wishing tonight, just before you came?
I'm almost afraid to hear.
Did you see that pumpkin out in the yard?
I nearly stumbled over it in the dark.
Well, the moon is shining on it right now. I was wishing that that pumpkin would turn into a great big golden royal carriage that would take me to the ball tonight.
And what were you going to do for horses?
White mice. 4 white mice would turn into beautiful prancing steeds.
And were you going to drive them yourself?
Oh, no. There'd be a coachman and a footman and 2 flunkies in the back seat.
And where were they coming from?
Well, I saw 4 baby rats in the cellar yesterday. Oh, I know what you're going to say. Fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee.
Yes, fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee.
Impossible, I suppose.
Impossible.
But I'm wishing it.
Nonsense.
Oh, I'm wishing it very hard.
You are?
Yes, I am. Oh, if only I had some magical help. If only I had a guardian angel, or if my godmother were a fairy godmother.
That's very funny.
I wish, in the name of every young girl who ever wanted to go to the dance tonight and was told she couldn't, I wish I could go to the dance tonight. Oh, if only I had some magic or abracadabra, fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee. All the kind hearts would put their heads together.
All the kind hearts put their heads together?
Oh, you know what I mean. That all the kind hearts and souls put their heads together and wish me and you, godmother, help me with every ounce of cleverness and strength you possess.
Cinderella?
Yes, godmother?
Oh, it's impossible.
I suppose so.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Such fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee, of course, is impossible. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dopes keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day. Impossible.
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 Impossible. Impossible. Impossible things are happening every day. Isn't that true, godmother?
Well, in a way, I suppose so, yes.
Then I continue to build my impossible hope, and I officially wish,
Officially wish.
I officially wish and wish all those things I said about the pumpkin and the mice and the rats.
But Cinderella, it's impossible.
Just the same, I'm wishing it.
Impossible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses.
They will.
Such fun they're all and fiddly-dee, of course is impossible.
But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dumps keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day.
For a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. Impossible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage. And 4 white mice will never be 4 white horses. Such fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee, of course, is impossible. But the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft and dewy-eyed dumps keep building up impossible hopes, impossible things are happening every day.
Are you ready to leave for the ball?
But how? You?
Fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee, it's magic.
But I don't understand.
And you don't have to. Now come along, or the ball will be over long before you get there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's wonderful. It's possible for a plain yellow pumpkin to become a golden carriage. It's possible for a plain country bumpkin and a prince to join in marriage.
And 4 white mice are easily turned to horses.
Such fol-de-rol and fiddly-dee, of course, is quite possible. It's possible, for the world is full of zanies and fools who don't believe in sensible rules and won't believe what sensible people say. And because these daft Captain Dewey, I don't keep building up impossible hopes, impossible. Things are happening every day. It's possible.
Impossible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible.
It's possible. It's possible. Now, Cinderella, you go in there and do exactly as I have told you.
But aren't you coming with me?
Heavens, no. I've been to so many of these things I couldn't stand another. Furthermore, all I can do is give you your wish. What happens from here is up to you.
Good luck, Cinderella.
But I'm afraid to go in there all by myself.
And you needn't be, except for one thing. Do not stay beyond 12 o'clock.
We'll be right outside waiting for you.
See that you are in their coach and off for home before the clock strikes 12.
Why is it so important I be home before 12?
You just obey and don't ask any questions. Salicadoola, menchigaboola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Put them together and what have you got? Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Salicadoola, menchigaboola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. It'll do magic, believe it or not. Bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Salicadoola means menchigaboola-roo. But the thingamabob that does the job is bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Salicadoola, menchigaboola, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo. Put them together and what have you got? Bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi, bibbidi-bobbidi-boo.
But Godmother, where did she go? She just vanished out of sight. Did you ever see anything like that before?
Oh, yes, many times.
It's the first time I've seen it happen.
You'll see worse things than that happen if you're not out of here before midnight.
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 Are you ready? Everyone's waiting for you.
I'm ready.
And remember, Cinderella.
Midnight.
Have a good time.
Time since we danced together, Beulah.
Not long enough.
Remember when we used
No.
What about that night in the garden?
Exhilarating, isn't it? Anyway, we are doing it for our son.
Yes, but I'm afraid he's having a worse time than I am. Look at him. to stay.
Until the very end.
Where's the prince? I've lost track of him.
He's dancing with Joy.
He is?
Where? Oh.
That Joy. Well, I want a chance at him.
You shall have it. Remember what I told you. Beauty is not enough. You must show him you have brains, like your namesake Portia and the Merchant of Venice.
You know what I want to be? A lawyer. One of these days, I'll get up in some courtroom in front of some old judge and I'll say how the quality of mercy is not straight. You know what I mean? And I'll say how it sprinkles down like the dew from heaven. And I could say how then how I could say how
Now the party's beginning to look better.
I wonder who she is. All of a sudden, he's a different boy. His face is lighted up, and he's dancing with a new spring in his step.
You know, watching him dance with that lovely creature, it takes me back.
To where?
The first time I danced with you.
I wonder who she is.
I wonder who she is.
who is she? I've never seen that girl before.
Well, whoever she is, it's clear to me he likes her the best.
Well, that's funny. She doesn't look very intellectual.
Have we ever met before?
Perhaps. My stepmother doesn't let me out much. We may have walked together once upon a dream.
Well, I don't even know your name. Mine's Christopher.
I know. Christopher, Rupert, Windermere, Vladimir, Carl.
I don't use all those names. I would like you to just call me Christopher. Have you a strange feeling that something has just happened, and you're not quite sure what it is?
Yes, that's exactly the way I feel.
And you have no idea what it may be?
No, I have no idea. I wonder how we can find out. What is it?
Let's go back over our history together.
It isn't very long, is it?
10 minutes ago I saw you. I looked up when you came through the door. My head started reeling, you gave me the feeling the room had no ceiling or floor. 10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured our how do you do's. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found her, she's an angel, with the dust of the stars in her eyes. We are dancing, we are flying, and she's taking me back to the skies. In the arms of my love I'm flying, over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again.
I have described my feelings. Now, tell me yours.
Well, they're very much the same as yours. 10 minutes ago I met you, and we murmured a how do you do. I wanted to ring out the bells and fling out my arms and to sing out the news. I have found him, I have found him. In the arms of my love I'm flying over mountain and meadow and glen. And I like it so well that for all I can tell, I may never come down again. I may never come down to earth again.
May I show you the royal gardens?
I would like that very much.
Why would a fellow want a girl like her, a frail and fluffy beauty? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a solid girl like me?
She's a frothy little bubble with a flimsy kind of charm. And with very little trouble, I could break her little arm.
Oh, why would a fellow want a girl like her, so obviously unusual? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a usual girl like me?
Her cheeks are a pretty shade of pink, but not any pinker than a rose's.
Her skin may be delicate and soft, but not any softer than a dose's.
Her neck is no whiter than a swan.
She's only as dainty as a daisy.
She's only as graceful as a bird.
So why is a fellow going crazy? Oh, why would a fellow want a girl like her, a girl who's merely lovely? Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a girl who's merely me? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? What's the matter with the man? Girl like her, fair and lovely beauty. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a solid girl like me? She's a frothy little bubble with a flimsy kind of charm and with very little trouble. I can break a little heart. Oh,
ballroom's too crowded.
It's nicer out here.
Yes, it is, with the moon beaming down on us. What's the matter?
I must go.
Why?
Because I promised my godmother.
Oh, your godmother will forgive you if you're a little late.
Oh, you don't understand. I have sort of a strange kind of godmother.
But you're a strange kind of girl. You've yet to tell me your name.
It's a silly name. You wouldn't like it.
Of course I would. Whatever you're called is the most beautiful name in the world. Whatever you're called, I love you. I will always love you. You don't say anything. I've just told you I love you, and yet you don't say anything.
I'm afraid to. I'm afraid I might wake up.
Are you sure you're asleep?
Oh, yes.
Are you dreaming that I'm about to kiss you? It's strange how things happen. A girl I've never met before comes down a flight of steps. I'm a changed person. Suddenly I'm in a different world. I'm deeply in love, and yet I don't know why. Do you?
Do I what?
Do you know why I'm in love? What did you think I meant?
Oh, I thought you meant, do I know why I am in love?
Well, do you? I mean, are you?
Oh, yes.
Do you know why?
No, but I don't care why.
I always want to know why I do anything, why I feel anything. So I ask myself why you, a stranger, are suddenly the only kind of girl I could love, and you are the only one of your kind. Why? Why is the sound of your voice the most beautiful sound in the world? Why is the color of your hair the only color a girl's hair should be? Why would I rather hold you in my arms than do anything else in the world? Why?
Because, Your Highness.
And Christopher.
Christopher, because that's the way you feel.
But why do I feel that way? What makes you so miraculous?
Your imagination.
What makes my imagination so miraculous? Do I love you because you're beautiful? Or are you beautiful because I love you? Am I making believe I see in you a girl too lovely to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful? Or are you wonderful because I want you? Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as beautiful as you seem?
Maybe you do just imagine me. Maybe I'm imagining you. Am I making believe I see in you a man too perfect to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful? Or are you wonderful because I want you? Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as wonderful as you seem?
Now tell me your name.
The clock. Many people there?
Oh, I should say about 5,000. What would you say, girls?
Well, I would say about 10,000. Or 12.
It must be a large ballroom at the palace.
About a half mile long.
And what beautiful music for dancing.
Did you dance too?
I should say I did. I met an old beau of mine and he practically monopolized me.
Was he a good dancer?
Light as a feather.
Did any of you get to dance with the prince?
Did any of us get to dance with the prince?
Did you hear what she said? Did we get to dance? Well, I danced about an hour with him.
You danced about an hour with him?
Well, didn't you?
Well, of course I did. If you did.
Did you know anyone else there?
Nearly everyone. All except a princess who came very late and left very early. I had no idea who she was.
Did she dance with the prince?
Yeah, I think I saw her dance with him once. That's right, just once.
Do you think he liked her?
No.
She was only there for a few minutes.
Did you go to sleep right after we left?
No, I stayed up a little after midnight.
What were you doing all that time?
Dreaming.
Dreaming what?
Dreaming what it must be like to be at the dance.
Well, you couldn't possibly dream what it was like unless you were there.
Well, I was trying to.
Well, you just couldn't.
Well, maybe I have more an imagination than you think. I have been trying to feel just the way you must feel, the way all girls must be feeling, looking forward to the dance all that time. And finally, the night arrives, and you put on the most beautiful dress you've ever worn in your life, and off you go. I think I can almost imagine what it's like. I imagine when you're driving through the moonlight on the highway, when you're driving through the moonlight to the dance, you are breathless with a wild anticipation of adventure and excitement and romance. Then at last you see the towers of the palace, silhouetted by the sky above the park, and below them is a row of lighted windows, like a lovely diamond necklace in the dark. It looks that way, the way you say.
She talks as if she knows.
I do not know, these things are so. I only just suppose. I suppose that when you come into the ballroom and the room itself is floating in the air, if you're suddenly confronted by His Highness, you are frozen like a statue on the stair. You're afraid he'll hear the way your heart is beating, and you know you mustn't make the first advance. You are seriously thinking of retreating, then you seem to hear him a timid bow and shyly answer yes.
How would you know these things are so?
I do no more than guess.
You can guess till you're blue in the face, but you can't even picture such a man. He is more than a prince, he's an ace.
But sisters, I really think I can.
And what?
I think that I can picture such a man.
He is
Straight as a lamb,
and his
haystack and wavy.
his
Will melt you with a glance.
He can turn a girl to gravy.
He waltzes you around so that your feet never touch the floor.
That's right, they don't.
And he makes you feel that you weigh nothing at all.
That's right, he does.
He takes you across the crowded ballroom and then out onto the terrace.
That's right, he does. He does? Well, didn't he lead you out onto the terrace? I guess he did. I was so faint with joy, I didn't realize what was happening to me.
Me too. Out on the terrace,
Yes?
you stop dancing.
Yes?
You walk.
Yes?
You stop walking.
Yes?
You talk. Then,
You stopped talking?
that's right.
Then?
You start thinking.
Oh.
Start thinking what? Thinking how wonderful it all is.
How wonderful what all is.
Everything. A lovely night, a lovely night, a finer night you know you'll never see. You meet your prince, a charming prince, as charming as a prince will ever be. The stars in hazy heaven tremble above you, while he is whispering, darling, I love you. You say goodbye, away you fly, but on your lips you'll keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this lovely, lovely night.
Lovely night, lovely night,
A finer night you know you'll never see.
Meet your prince, a charming prince.
As charming as a prince will ever be. Stars in a hazy heaven tremble above you, while he's whispering, darling, I love you.
You say goodbye, away you fly.
But on your lips you keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this lovely, lovely night. A lovely night.
How lovely.
Lovely night.
How lovely.
A finer night you know you'll never see.
How lovely.
You meet your prince, a charming prince,
As charming as a prince will ever be. The stars in hazy heaven tremble above you, while he's whispering,
darling, I love you.
you say goodbye, away you fly.
But on your lips you keep a kiss. All your life you'll dream of this lovely, lovely night.
Worst nonsense I ever heard. Rubbish and dribble. And you listening to her and even aping her very words.
But Mother!
Enough! Go to your room.
It's all Cinderella's fault. Imagine her trying to imagine what it was like at the ball.
Nothing like that at all.
Nothing like it at all. Well, you know what they always say, an idle mind's devil's workshop. That's what they always say.
And you, clean this place up. It looks like a pig pen.
The stars in a hazy heaven tremble above me. Dance when he promised always to love me. The day came through lips he left a kiss. All my life I'll dream of this lovely, lovely night.
I know it belongs to her.
What are you going to do?
Sir, may I have your royal guards to send throughout the kingdom in search of her?
Of course you may.
And your secret service, may I call on them to help me?
I never find out anything, but you can try.
I will try everything. I will search every inch of the castle until I find the owner of this slipper.
That's what I would do. Well, I would.
You are to try this slipper on every young maiden in the kingdom, no matter how unlikely she looks. You are to keep trying until you find the one that fits. Do you understand?
Yes, sir!
Find that girl.
I would just go speak with the chief of my secret service.
Chris, suppose you don't find her.
I must find her.
Before last night, you knew nothing about her. You know nothing about her now except that she danced prettily and that she looked pretty.
I know that she was the loveliest thing on earth, and I'll never be happy without her.
Why do you think that?
I don't know why, and I don't expect you to understand, Mother.
But I do understand, Chris. I know it doesn't take long to feel the way you do about this girl. But there's one fact I want you to face. You may never see her again. I don't want you to waste your life on a dream. I want you to be in love with a real girl.
She is real.
She was real last night. If she doesn't come back, she will never be real again. Chris, be honest with yourself. Does your future happiness really depend upon your finding her? Or are you just telling yourself that? Don't be angry with me. Think over what I'm saying. Ask yourself if this isn't just an illusion, an infatuation with something that doesn't exist at all.
I know you're out there somewhere. I don't know where. You said last night that you thought you were dreaming. Maybe you were right. Maybe my mother's right. How can one know? How can one ever know? Do I love you because you're beautiful?
Or is she beautiful because you love her?
Am I making believe I see in you a girl too lovely to be really true? Do I want you because you're wonderful?
Or is she wonderful because you want her?
Are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream? Or are you really as beautiful as you seem?
only come for the fitting. Joy, Portia, you do your best to make that shoe fit.
But Mom!
Enough! If the shoe fits, wear it. Cinderella, upstairs with you. You've got to clean our gowns from last night, or we'll never get our return refund.
Shoo. Come in, gentlemen.
My slipper, how nice of you to bring it. Really, thank you. I'll just put it on. Really, I've got it. I know it's my shoe. I can put my own shoe on. Really, I'm fine, thank you.
Madam, I don't believe the slipper fits.
Next.
It almost fits. Does that count?
No, madam.
Next.
But I'm sure that it's my slipper.
Next.
Could there possibly be anybody younger in the...
It's my shoe, Mother. Honestly, I can't believe you would think it was yours. I'd know that shoe anywhere. You see, it fits perfectly.
No, madam.
But
I
I'm
don't
positive
think
it's just a little...
Ooh, give me that shoe. What have you done to it? You shrunk it.
I did not shrink it. How could I shrink it when it was my shoe?
It's my shoe.
I can't believe you think it's your shoe. It's my shoe.
It's my shoe. It's my shoe.
Is there anyone else in the house?
What about Cinderella?
Who's Cinderella?
Oh, she's just sort of a chimney sweeping general helper here. There would be no use trying the slipper on her.
We have instructions to try the slipper on everyone.
Try upstairs.
How dare you come poking your nose into my business?
I thought this was the prince's business. He's the one who's trying to find the missing girl. Now is it?
But Cinderella.
Well, she's a girl.
There's no one up there.
No one there.
I told you so.
Well, isn't that just like Cinderella? She hasn't even finished the laundry yet.
Or the floor.
And someone should certainly sweep out the fireplace.
I don't understand. Cinderella not there? But where could she be? Oh, of course, I know.
And you tried the slipper on every young maiden.
Everyone, sir.
Mother was right. I'll never find her. Either she doesn't exist or she's fled the kingdom. It's all a foolish dream. Thank you. You may go. Who are you?
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness. I didn't know anyone was here. I'm sorry. I'm
Wait.
really terrible.
I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before. Or at least someone who resembles you. Do you have any sisters?
No, Your Highness.
Well, I'm sure I've seen you somewhere before. Or at least someone who looks like you. Do you have any sisters?
Yes, Your Highness.
And these sisters, were they at the ball last night?
Yes, Your Highness.
And did they look like you?
Well, they're stepsisters, Your Highness.
Stepsisters.
Is anything the matter, Your Highness?
Just the end of a dream. A dream about a glass slipper that didn't fit anyone.
Oh, you mustn't give up hope, Your Highness.
It was just a waste of time. A wild goose chase. It was impossible.
Impossible things are happening every day.
And even foolish dreams come true?
If you wish and you believe in what you're wishing for, even foolish dreams can come true.
Why do I feel... Am I just imagining? Who are you?
Oh, I'm just the girl from the village. I
probably should go. My stepmother's going to be wondering where I am.
Oh, your stepmother won't mind if you're a little late. Stepmother won't mind.
Really, Your Highness, I must go.
Yes, I suppose you must.
Well, goodbye, Your Highness.
Yes, goodbye. Oh, wait. At least tell me your name first.
It's a silly name. You wouldn't like it.
Silly name. Wouldn't like it. Stop! Has anyone tried this slipper on you?
No, Your Highness.
I have found you, and I still don't know your name.
My name is Cinderella.
The most beautiful name in the world. Dearly beloved,
Impossible. Things are happening every day.
rainbow,